By mid-2025, America was cracking. Trump and Congress no longer argued. They tried to negotiate, but every meeting turned into a confrontation. Democrats pushed for new roads and bridges, hoping to reach an agreement that both sides could accept. Trump refused to approve anything that did not include his border wall. Do you forget English advanced vocabulary when you try to speak? You're not alone, and this method can help. Welcome to English Through Stories, the channel where you learn naturally by listening to real stories. Here's how it works. You'll see the bold words, hear them in the story, and remember them through repetition. Over time, this practice builds your fluency so the words come back to you automatically when you speak. Congressional confrontations. By mid-2025, tensions between Trump and Congress had become extremely serious. Democratic leaders have tried to negotiate on infrastructure spending. They have hoped to find an agreement that both sides could accept on this popular issue. Trump has demanded that his border wall be included in any deal because, apparently, roads and bridges aren't exciting enough without concrete barriers. The president has continued to prioritize immigration enforcement above all else. He has directed agencies to hire thousands of new border agents. Funding for other programs has been reduced to pay for this expansion. Democrats have argued this is a misuse of taxpayer money. Trump has told reporters that his wall will be so beautiful that people will want to visit it like a tourist attraction, though he hasn't explained where the gift shop will be located. Congressional committees have begun to resolve disputes over Trump's executive actions. Some Republicans have joined Democrats in questioning certain policies. Trump has attacked these lawmakers on social media immediately. He has called them traitors to the conservative movement, a label he appears to apply to anyone who disagrees with him before lunch. Behind closed doors, Trump's advisors have tried to supervise the implementation of his agenda. They have struggled to keep various agencies coordinated. Many experienced civil servants have left the government. Inexperienced political supporters now run important departments because nothing says qualified like loyalty to one person. Before moving on, let's review 4 helpful phrases you can use in meetings. Should we negotiate with Democrats on infrastructure? No, I prioritize the border wall over everything. We need to resolve this funding dispute quickly. I'll supervise the negotiations myself. Now, back to scene 2, legal troubles. Resurface. Trump has faced renewed legal challenges during his second term. Multiple investigations have continued from his first presidency and afterward. His lawyers have worked to advocate for presidential protection from prosecution. They have argued that criminal prosecution of a sitting president is unconstitutional, a convenient position when your client happens to be the president. Federal prosecutors have had to anticipate Trump's legal strategies. They have prepared cases carefully to withstand appeals. Trump has called all investigations politically motivated attacks designed to destroy him. He has suggested he might pardon himself if convicted of any crimes. Because why ask someone else to do something you can do yourself? The president has used social media to assert his innocence on a daily basis. He has claimed enemies in the deep state are trying to destroy him. His supporters have believed these claims completely. They have seen Trump as a victim of a corrupt system. Trump has posted that he is probably the most innocent person in the history of politics, maybe ever, a statement that required no evidence, apparently. Legal experts have tried to clarify the complex constitutional questions involved. Could a president really pardon himself? What if state charges were filed instead of federal ones? These debates have dominated cable news throughout the summer, while Trump likely watched and graded the lawyers' performances on TV. Economic uncertainty. The American economy has shown mixed signals in recent months. Trump's team has had to negotiate with business leaders about their concerns. Tariffs have been hurting some industries while helping others. The overall picture has been complicated and politically charged, though Trump has insisted it's actually very simple and everyone else is just confused. the White House has continued to prioritize certain economic sectors over others. Manufacturing and energy have received favorable treatment. Technology companies have faced increased careful examination and regulation. Trump has blamed tech platforms for censoring conservative voices. During one speech, Trump claimed the economy was doing better than ever. Except for the parts that aren't my fault, a category that apparently includes anything negative. Economic advisors have struggled to resolve conflicts between different policy goals. Lower taxes have meant higher deficits. Trade wars have meant higher consumer prices. Trump has rejected these concerns as overthinking. He has trusted his instincts more than expert analysis, because decades of economic study clearly cannot compete with gut feelings. The Federal Reserve has tried to supervise monetary policy independently. Trump has attacked the Fed chairman regularly on social media. He has wanted lower interest rates to boost economic growth. The chairman has resisted political pressure to maintain credibility, a concept Trump finds both mysterious and unnecessary. Media wars continue. Trump's relationship with the media has remained hostile throughout 2025. Journalists have tried to advocate for press freedom and access. The administration has limited press briefings and interviews. Trump has preferred to communicate directly through social media and friendly outlets, where the questions are softer and the praise is guaranteed. Mainstream news organizations have attempted to anticipate Trump's next controversial move. They have assigned teams of reporters to cover the White House. Trump has called them enemies of the people. His supporters have increasingly distrusted traditional journalism, except when it reports something they like. The president has often asserted that negative coverage is fake news. He has provided alternative facts that contradict mainstream reporting. His base has believed his version of events. This has created two separate realities in American politics. Trump has suggested that negative news outlets should have their licenses taken away, though broadcast licenses don't work that way, a minor detail that hasn't stopped him from threatening it. Media critics have tried to clarify the difference between opinion and reporting. They have explained journalistic standards to confused audiences, but trust in the media has eroded significantly. Trump's constant attacks have damaged democratic institutions, though he would probably claim he's actually made them stronger than ever, believe me. Let's stop for a moment and review some of these key phrases for professional meetings. Will your lawyers advocate for you in court? Yes, and I'll assert that I did nothing wrong. Can you clarify your statement about pardons? I anticipate problems, so let me explain clearly. Now, back to the story. Environmental rollbacks. Trump's environmental policies have sparked fierce debate throughout 2025. The administration has moved to compel agencies to approve more drilling permits. Public lands have been opened to energy development. Climate activists have protested these changes across the country, though Trump has suggested they should try protesting somewhere warmer. Federal agencies have had to coordinate the rollback of Obama-era regulations. Environmental Protection Agency staff have felt demoralized. Many scientists have left government service in protest. Trump has replaced them with industry-friendly officials, because who needs environmental expertise when you have enthusiasm for drilling? Climate scientists have tried to critique these policy changes publicly. They have warned about long-term consequences for the planet. Trump has rejected climate change as a false claim invented by China. His supporters have agreed that environmental regulations kill jobs. Trump once commented that he doesn't believe in climate change because it was cold in Washington last winter, a scientific argument that somehow convinced millions of people. Some Republican lawmakers have attempted to endorse compromise positions on the environment. They have represented districts affected by climate change. Trump has shown no interest in their concerns. He believes environmental policy is hurting American competitiveness, apparently against countries that will also be underwater. Supreme Court battles. By late summer 2025, the Supreme Court will have become central to Trump's legacy. The judges he appointed during both of his terms now form a solid conservative majority. The administration has worked to facilitate cases that would reach the high court. They have wanted to reshape American law for generations, or at least until the next reality TV season starts. Lower courts have tried to influence outcomes through their rulings. Liberal judges have blocked Trump policies whenever possible. Conservative judges have upheld his executive actions. Every decision has been appealed up the federal court system. Trump has privately bragged that his Supreme Court picks are loyal to him, though judges are meant to be independent, a concept he apparently missed during his many years of not reading legal documents. The Justice Department has had to oversee litigation strategy carefully. They have chosen which cases to defend and which to appeal. Trump has demanded loyalty from his attorneys general. He has wanted prosecutors who would protect him personally, because the Justice Department is clearly just his personal law firm with a bigger budget. Critics have tried to reassure Americans that judicial independence still exists, but Trump's public attacks on judges have had an effect. The public's trust in courts has divided along partisan lines. Legal institutions have faced a crisis of legitimacy, though Trump would probably rate this crisis a perfect 10, maybe the best crisis ever. Social division deepens. America has felt more divided than ever as fall 2025 approaches. Local officials have tried to compel residents to follow federal policies they disagree with. Some have complied reluctantly, while others have resisted. The country has seemed to be splitting into opposing camps, though Trump insists everyone actually loves him except the haters and losers. State and federal agencies have struggled to coordinate on various issues. Democratic governors have refused to cooperate with Trump's priorities. Republican governors have implemented them enthusiastically. This patchwork approach has created confusion nationwide, but at least it's given Americans the freedom to choose which version of reality they prefer. Political commentators have offered their critique of Trump's leadership style. Some have praised his willingness to fight for conservative values. Others have worried that he is damaging democratic norms permanently. Few voices have called for genuine unity or compromise. Trump has responded to critics by saying they are just jealous of his success and popularity, a defense that has worked equally well in elementary school playgrounds. Both parties have tried to endorse candidates for the 2026 midterm elections. Trump has campaigned only for lawmakers who show complete loyalty. Democrats have looked for candidates who can win back moderate voters. The battle for Congress has already been heating up, though Trump has suggested the real battle is between people who love him and wrong people. Looking ahead, as October 2025 begins, Trump's agenda has remained controversial. His team has worked to facilitate the implementation of the remaining priorities. They have known that time is running out before the midterm elections. Losing Congress would make governing much harder, though Trump has assured everyone he'd simply govern even better with more opposition. Trump's presence has continued to influence every aspect of American politics. No issue has been discussed without considering his opinion. His social media posts have moved markets and changed headlines instantly. Love him or hate him, nobody has been able to ignore him. Trump has continued to rate his own presidency as maybe a 10 out of 10, possibly higher, because apparently the scale only goes up when you're grading yourself. White House staff have tried to oversee the daily chaos of the Trump presidency. Turnover has remained high as people have burned out quickly. The president's management style has exhausted even his most loyal supporters. Yet, somehow, the administration has kept functioning, like a car running on fumes and the driver's confidence alone. Historians will later try to reassure Americans about the resilience of their institutions. But right now, the outcome remains uncertain. Trump's second term is still unfolding day by day. What has happened so far is only the tip of the iceberg, though Trump would probably claim it's the best iceberg, tremendous ice. Nobody has ever seen ice like this before. Let's do a final review of the phrases to wrap it up. Should we negotiate first or prioritize immediate action to resolve this? I'll supervise it directly. No need to advocate for other approaches. Prosecutors anticipate your moves. Please clarify your position and assert your rights clearly. No one can compel me to do anything. I'll coordinate with my legal team. Media will critique every decision. Should we endorse a specific response strategy? I influence public opinion myself. I'll oversee the messaging and facilitate the narrative. How do we reassure concerned citizens? Tell them I'm in charge. I'm probably the best president the world has ever seen. This story covers events through October 2025. Donald Trump's second presidential term is ongoing, and many developments lie ahead. The full impact of his policies and leadership decisions will only become clear with time. Thanks for watching English Through Stories. Remember, the best way to improve is by listening again and again. Each time you'll notice more details and the words will start to feel natural. If you found this helpful, give it a like and share it with someone learning English. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next story. Keep practicing, keep listening, and your fluency will grow step by step. See you in the next video.